Right, so an Islamic terrorist attack that happened yesterday, Easter service in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a country in Southeast Asia, approximately have a population of 22.1 million. Colombo, many of the attacks happened there. In a bus station, they said it was 89 bombers that were detonated. And, according to the police, it was 24 people that were arrested. And back in the late April 11th, they stated the intelligence report was saying, well, it may be a possible terrorist attack. All these different targets they trying to do, and a lot of people's lives may be in jeopardy. Now they were foreshadowing this type of information, but it's really sad that 290 people died and 500 people were wounded. Now these bombs were detonated in churches, hotels, mainly when people was eating breakfast and buffets, and 32 foreigners were killed, like from the U.S. You got people from Australia was there, the Dutch, Danish, I'm going to say the Indians, Chinese, Turkish, and Portuguese. And it was just really a sad event. You even had the richest man in Denmark in a particular time, Anders Holst, he lost, and his wife, they lost like 3 of their 4 children, and people was getting interviewed. There was just blood everywhere. I mean, it was just a bad situation. Now, I think President Trump really addressed this. I know he's shared his thoughts and his condolences on Twitter about this, and the U.S. may be there to aid or to help, and they saying that maybe something like this happened through some dictator or some type of president or leader in Al Qaeda, and we still fighting those type of terrorist attacks, and there's people at hand according to anti-terrorism block. Now, in the emergency law, because of this, the emergency law says it allows the police or the military to go ahead and interrogate suspects without a court order, and they initiated a curfew by 8 p.m. So just pretty much put the whole country on lockdown in those particular sections, and just to get to the bottom of it, man. And this is a really crazy thing, though, man, because we really don't know who's in charge. It could be anyone from any type of hatred group that decide to, hey, we're gonna plant bombs and then we're just gonna detonate them just because, and then they just kill themselves, and that's just a radical Islamic state, and that's just not all Muslims, but that's just just a certain percentage of them, and it's just making it a huge bad rap. But at the end of the day, man, I just can't even imagine like you just worshiping God. Like most of the minorities are Christian, Hindus, and they worship the Lord, and they doing some type of peaceful alteration or attractions, and find out they have some casualties, and it just makes me think that they never take life for granted, and then there's people in other countries that will love to be in your shoes, especially in America, right? Even though we live in a democracy. And this is gonna be a really interesting thing, though, because not only just poor people lost their family. I mean, it was the wealthy as well. And I don't know, this might be turned into another potential war against the Islamic State, because we can eliminate the terrorists. I mean, you got things that have been happening in London, things that happened with the Brexit. I mean, it's just many countries are suffering from this, man. And the thing is too, they're very unpredictable. It's like they really going off of this guerrilla warfare. I mean, the time that they have to go in here and just set up like 87 bombs, and you have 7 people just like suicide bombers, man. They're just going to people and just exploding everywhere, man. It's just really ridiculous, man, and it's just a poor state of mind. But this is the type of thing that we're going against spiritually, and it's the demonic warfare right here. And Easter Sunday, the Resurrection Sunday of Christ, you get someone who decided to do a demonic thing, just kill, and that's just very contrary into the Bible. But I'm really right there. You get to the bottom of it. My condolences to the family. Some of them went to the hospital and they couldn't even see their loved ones anymore. I mean, a lot of children were separated. I mean, it could just open up into a lot of uncertainty, man, and it's just a lot of distrust. Colombo's the capital of that country, Sri Lanka, and the Sri Lankans, man, they're really just gonna have to, just pretty much be enduring. And it can be very sad though, like this happening to your country, like sort of like they had soldiers posted up into like in the World Trade Center and just different things like that, man. It just makes you think about the 9/11 thing that just happened. So make it to September, but we really gotta just have to prepare. I'm pretty sure the government is going to come up with some type of emergency. I don't know, it's going to initiate martial law as well. So we got to think about all these things, but for the protection of the citizens. But I'm going to have the link in the description box here. You guys can check that out though. But this is really disturbing news there. Condolences to the family. My prayers to them. and Satan is just going to and fro, trying to take anyone whom you can devour, right? But we still gotta continuously to be prayed up. Love your families. Tell them that you love them, because you never know when it's going to be their last day. Um, so investigation, I hope they get everyone that was accounted for that, man, and just we just continuously move on. Just build up that security, man, because it's innocent people losing their lives just for their sake, and it's just really sad, So prayers to them. Just continue to move forward. You guys can do your own research on there. Just comment if you need a comment. That's all I had to say. I'm out. This is.